It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Dolphins and the Niners, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now, Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete.
Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he is going to a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Sanders' kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. San Francisco readying for their first drive of the game on offense. And in his 9th season in the league, 6 with the 49ers, it's Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Garoppolo now. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Garoppolo.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
After the turnover, it's Tua.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On the carry, this is Myles Gaskin.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
He'll swing this out to Mostert.
This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will make it 6-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. The kick by Gold is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
But this is a football game, right?
It is.
How you like that one, huh? You like where I went with that? How about that one?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
Dolphins offense returning to the field.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for the first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets pop free.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. That is incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He is going to find Hill here.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Running on first down with Gaskin. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd down, Gaskin. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to pass, Tua. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. Touchdown! Mike Gesicki, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fielded right around the 8.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The Niners had 7-4 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 41, Garoppolo.
And Kittle catching the slant.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Jet sweep. Garoppolo taps it forward.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So for Kyle Shanahan, he had it right, as the challenge is a good one.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw. Garoppolo.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a second straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd, and the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Nick Bosa, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from it.
Holding, offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Garoppolo. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Mostert. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Two are going to hand this to Gaskin. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niner 16. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
2nd and goal from the 1. Mostert is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. On the ground with a tight end. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He's going to air one out.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And here comes Raheem Mostert and the Miami offense.
He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, You've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua, his throw incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line.
Garoppolo's throw complete here to Ayuk.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and the deficit will hold pat at 13.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We start in the NFC West. Seattle heading down the coast to take on LA, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Lamar Jackson, strong in the victory as his guys move to 9-3 now on the year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Miami in that first half. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the 3rd and 4th quarters. Meanwhile, for the Niners, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he'll be out right at the 35. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. Able to avoid him at the 40. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. On 2nd down, McCaffrey dodges him at the 50. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Garoppolo. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll leave that one for Gaskin. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 74 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
The Tua going to try and throw for it, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. There's Garoppolo to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Gold is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a dump off here complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in a 3rd down situation. For so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
Two and now on 1st down. He'll drop this one underneath to Gaskin. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Complete to Miles Gaskin. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa finding Gaskin underneath. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4. Here's Tua. That's going to back him up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
The 30. 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 85 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Garoppolo. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Garoppolo being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners get a bit closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes it 24-13. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's